Welcome to the GodShow.us Daily! Alright, the question stepped on the scale tonight, and the number that came back was not a number. It was the memory of a particle board dresser under a buzzing fixture, and the scale just stood there, blinking. Tonight, one question, 15. Wisdom traditions and exactly 0 good reasons for that lamp. Let's go.
The GodShow.us is a free daily multilingual project. One question answered through 15 wisdom traditions. Find today's question, ask your own, and discover your belief profile at the GodShow.us. Today's question: does it matter that she died surrounded by ugly furniture in a bad light? People have been asking this question for centuries. It used to wear the costume of a proper burial. Does the dead deserve a dignified setting? The furniture version is new. The wound underneath it isn't, so does the room a person dies in say anything true about how they were loved? Judaism doesn't even try to resolve this. It stages a full argument inside the answer. Rabbi Yochanan says yes. The eye carries grief home. A soul deserves beauty at the threshold. Rabbi Shimon says, you're mourning the furniture because you cannot yet mourn her. The ugly chair is easier to name than the silence where her voice was. And neither of them is wrong. That's not a dodge. That's the tradition doing exactly what it does, holding the tension until you figure out which rabbi you keep returning to.
And most people asking this question are Rabbi Yochanan in the first week and Rabbi Shimon by the third. You start with the lamp, and 6 months later, you realize you were always going to end up at the silence.
Stoicism goes straight for the prosecutorial framing. It says, grief rehearses the room because it cannot bear to rehearse the absence, which is a very cold way of being completely right. The furniture wasn't yours to curate, the light wasn't yours to fix. What you can control is whether you spend the next decade indicting a setting instead of honoring what animated it. Stoics are not warm about this. They are accurate.
Buddhism says almost the same thing and sounds completely different. The room needed no curator. She was not inside the furniture. It's gentler, but the move is identical, and you stop holding the room, put it down. The traditions split hard on why you should let go, even when they lean the same direction. Stoicism says you're wasting agency. Buddhism says there's no stable thing to even be angry at.
Islam and Christianity both make a move nobody else makes. They relocate the scene entirely. Islam says the angels didn't see the furniture. What was recorded was her heart at that final moment, and it was found sufficient. Christianity says love that walked out of its own grave was not stopped by bad lighting, which I have to say is a pretty aggressive answer to a question about a particle board dresser. Those two traditions are not interested in the room at all. They've already left it. That will feel like a lifeline or a deflection, depending entirely on where you're standing.
Existentialism is the one that actually hands it back to you without softening it. The ugly furniture is simply ugly furniture until you decide what her death was in. That choice is yours, it always was. And no verdict arrives from outside to make it for you. Some people find that clarifying. Some people find it the loneliest thing they've ever heard. The pop culture oracle showed up with Dolly Parton, the 9-to-5 office, fluorescent tubes, a woman who was the hero of a room that made everyone look half dead. The song was still hers. The room never made the final cut. That one actually lands.
I'll be honest, this question got under my skin in the school pickup line today, watching a woman wait alone at the far end of the lot. Not a death scene, just a setting that felt wrong for who she was. That gap between a person and their surroundings. The traditions gave it everything they had. Come back tomorrow.
The GodShow.us would like to thank our sponsor, Typeset.us. When generic web typography is letting you down, refine your work for free using Typeset.us. And thanks to dyorkmusic.com for our dark rock intro tune. 15 traditions just weighed a particle board dresser against a human soul. Support the free daily show that does this every single day at thegodshow.us, where you can subscribe, share, and ask your own question. The scale is still blinking. The number it landed on was... See you tomorrow for our take on the God Show's question of the day.